I'm Richard Moyer. We're at Moyer Family Farm in Russell County. We're near Carterton, not far from the Clinch River. And we have a diversified farm, about 70 acres. It was in the Jesse family since the 1700s. We were the first family that wasn't part of the Jesses in order to farm this land. And we bought the land with the agreement that we would continue as Heritage as a diversified farm. So we've grown a number of poultry. We've had ducks and turkeys and chickens and geese. We sell eggs at the Abingdon market. We also do grass-only beef. We have a herd of Devon cattle, red Devons, genetics from Rocky Cattle Company, the other side of the county. And we also have some Jersey cows. And we use genetics to improve our herds from New Zealand, grass-based genetics, because we depend on grass here at the farm. So we're a grass-based farm. We're also certified organic, a number of plots on the farm. So much of the food we grow for our cows in those plots is certified organic. We have flower seed that we grow that's organic. And we grow a lot of vegetables for the Abingdon market that we sell 70 times a year. We also have mushroom logs, shiitake mushrooms, oyster mushrooms, some other mushrooms that we grow, that we cultivate and sell at the market. We also do maple syrup in our woods on the sugar maple trees behind us. And we do the soft mast crops like pawpaws, persimmons, and we do nuts too. The tree right behind me is a native eastern black walnut, very healthy in terms of the carbs that are in there, especially the healthy fats, healthy antioxidants. So we sell these nuts at the Abingdon market from this tree and other trees around our farm. So we spend throughout the year growing food, foraging for food, managing the 70 acres we have here, both forest and pasture, and also our certified organic vegetable crops. We've been able to raise 6 children here, and now we have 1 grandchild that comes over. Appalachian Sustainable Development, or ASD, has helped us through the years. When we first started farming, they gave us some valuable advice through a yearly conference, the winter conference, brought in a number of speakers that were established farmers, and gave us opportunity too at the Abingdon Farmers Market through various programs to partner with SNAP benefits to double those dollars. So increasing money for farmers, increasing ability for people to buy local food, nutritious food. So we've really been glad for the work at ASD through the years, and just promoting not only the Abingdon market but many markets around the customer base that's been very loyal. So we've been glad to be a part of this community, and in terms of education, continuing to give us opportunities. One of the newer opportunities of forest farming. Appreciate too the information that's available through that. Only beef here at Moyer Family Farm. And so you can see in the background we have a group of 22 beef cattle, and they have 8 calves with them. They were just born over the last month. So we have 30 overall up there. And all they eat their whole life is just grass on our farm or hay from neighbors' farms and organic minerals and also our spring water. So it's the most local beef. We advertise it because 100% of their calories come from our farm and the neighbors. It comes from the sun, it's the grass, and the clovers. When they catch that energy, turn it into food for the cows. So every calorie in our cow's whole life comes. I can show you the spot where the sun hit the ground, turned into food for the cows to eat. So there's not any other meat like that I'm aware of where 100% of the calories for the meat, you can grow it all. So it's really local. I'm here talking, there's a Jersey cow over here. It's coming to see what's going on. She's to the side too. She wants to get on the action. But anyway, back to our beef cows over here. The red ones are red Devons. They were the first English breed that came to the country in 1623 to resupply the Pilgrims. Massachusetts. They were an integral part of the Oregon Trail. They were some of the steers that pulled the wagons to go out west. They're a highly adaptable animal. They're a smaller frame animal. They don't need as much food. They can maintain their body weight. They can rebreed. They can do really well on the grasses that grow around here. If you're a good grass manager, everything they need you can grow. And ASD has had a number of programs through the years and helped me learn how to be a better grass grower. I grew out learning how to grow vegetables. Now I graduated up to I've got 40 acres of grass and clover and other pastures things I'm growing. And the cattle are the one that harvest these crops for me. They eat these crops, these grasses, these clovers, other forbs and things like that, turn it into meat and milk. The milk we use for our family, but the meat we use and sell at the Abingdon market. The other breed you can see out there is the one that's more common. It's Angus. We have some Angus background that we started out with. That's the dominant color, that black. So there's a little bit of Angus in some of our animals. Usually about 7/8 Devon and 1/8 Angus. The black or the black and red together are some Angus in the background. But most of the time it's red Devon. It's a breed that's done really well for us, and we're selecting the best mothers and gradually built a herd up over time. Our genetics came from Rocky Cattle Company over the other side of the county, and they picked them from New Zealand and some other places around the world that do well just on grass. So we're happy, and it's a breed that works well for us. In the background is our high tunnel. That's a cost share with NRCS, a QUIP project. We produce seed for Southern Exposure and some other seed companies. We're certified organic in that plot where the high tunnel is. There I have lettuce seed I'm producing this year, and also some chard seed and some other seeds as well. Some kinds of lettuce that do really well for us around here for summer lettuces and some winter lettuces. I'll let some of that go to seed. With some separation, I'll be able to collect and grow my own seed. On the other side of the greenhouse is some corn we've grown before that we grow again for Southern Exposure. But we produce crops year-round in the high tunnel, some very cold-hardy crops. We're able to buy Southern Exposure seed that's organic. Wolf Natural Farms has that. They're over by the hospital in Abingdon. Carries Southern Exposure seed. But also, we produce some very cold-hardy vegetables such as lettuces I mentioned before, but also mustard, collards, kale, spinach, year-round. So this high tunnel to me is primarily used to grow seed crops in the summer, and then to grow greens and roots such as beets and carrots in the fall and winter and spring. So we generally use it multi-season. The great thing about the Abingdon Farmers Market is that we're able to sell those crops to market. We have a market for crops year-round. So for me as a grower, in a time of year when people don't think about the farmers market as much, there in Abingdon, we made some strides to let people know we do have vegetables year-round. This is one of the places they're grown year-round. The sunflowers we see behind us, those about 200 row foot of sunflowers, and we're growing those for Southern Exposure. We have a seed contract to grow this particular kind of sunflower. We've isolated from all the other sunflowers around. We're not growing any other sunflower to keep them pure. And that's a number of crops on our farm we grow for seed. We also grow a number of other crops, and we try to, one of the advantages of growing seed is that we always have something blooming for much of the year. You may see some mesh bags on some of the sunflower heads. We cover those up to protect those seed heads so we can harvest that seed and sell it. And it's a pretty good way to make money in a small area. We've made as much as certain crops, you can get hundreds of dollars per 100-foot row. So it's not unusual for us to have a number of seed crops a year that are worth over $1,000. So it's a good thing for a kid to do. An older child that's motivated, they can grow a seed crop, or just if you have some space in your farm, or even a larger garden plot. Oftentimes there's some crops you can grow, whether vegetables or whether flower seed. So we like it because it's something beautiful that we can see, that the neighbors can see. It attracts pollinators. That's part of our organic farm plan, is to have pollinator habitat so that we're attracting the good bugs that eat the bad bugs. and that's part of growing the seed as well. So it's integrated in a lot of ways in that we grow flowers if we like because they're beautiful. They're food for pollinators, and we also earn income off of it, and then we get to share the beauty with our neighborhood as well. So it's a crop. Oftentimes we do our flower crops along the road where people in our community can enjoy it.